Hey everyone, this is Doly Bagum, your MPP for Scarborough Southwest. Um, it's been a long day, a very long day, longer than yesterday actually. I've got some special guests here too as well that I will introduce to you in a bit. But I just wanted to come online, and I know that some of you have reached out. First, say thank you to everyone from Scarborough Southwest who have called, who have messaged, who have emailed, sharing your stories as we debate this horrible, this draconian, this unconstitutional legislation that the government has proposed, which they are trying to pass through in the next 2 days, and stop education workers from practicing their right. And this government is also avoiding negotiating at this moment. They have now just called it a day, and they are legislating workers back to work. So I just wanted to come here and talk to you and tell you what this is about. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. Hi Matt, good to see you. And let me see if I could launch this poll. There we go. So that you can also send in solidarity. And hello Shapla, hello everyone. Thank you very, very much for joining. I don't know if you have been watching. I know some of you are keeping up to date with what's happening right now. This legislation, and actually I'm going to try to get home soon too, so I'm going to try to tidy up here as I speak to you, because I've been here since 5 a.m. We started the House session, Parliament, at 5 a.m. this morning because the government wanted us to come early and start this debate so that they could meet the hour mark and finish the debate and then go through the different passing of this legislation and by Thursday night, so that on Friday, when these education workers who have called on the government to negotiate in good faith, and Muhammad Ali Chaudhry said, why do you think the government is reluctant to pay fair wages to the educational workers? Are they short of funds? Absolutely not. They're not short on funds. This government is sitting on over, I believe, $44 billion of contingency funds, $44 billion. And the federal government has allocated funding for education that this government is sitting on right now. And instead of negotiating in good faith with workers who, by the way, are the lowest paid education workers in this province, who on average make $39,000 and have not gotten a raise for the past many, many years. I think if you take a look at the raise that they got in 2012, they had 0%. 2013, 0%, 2014, 0%, 2015, 0%, 2016, they had 1%, 2017, 0.5%, 2017, 1.5%, 2018, 1%, 2019, 1%, 1.5%, sorry, 0.5% in 2019 in August. In 2020, 1%, and 2021, 1%. And we're talking about people who make on average 39, which means there are workers that make less than that. I spoke with people who make 32,000 a year, less than 30,000, and these are the custodians, the caretaking staff, the administrative staff, the librarians, the educational assistants. These are people who help with special needs children. One of the EAs wrote to us about how, when she's short-staffed, there are kids with mobility devices, with wheelchairs, for example, that are stuck, and until they have enough people who are able to run back and forth to feed and take care of hygiene, let alone actually, go through the process of education and learning. These are the workers who are fighting right now. These are the people who are going through this struggle, and the government, instead of negotiating in good faith, they decided to bring in this unconstitutional notwithstanding clause, which, by the way, has never been used in history before. The back to work legislation was used by the McGuinty government, the Liberal government in the past, which the court ruled against, and the government had to pay damages of $103 million. And this legislation that they're passing right now, it's going to be back to the courts, and the taxpayers will be paying for that as well. I want to thank all of you who are commenting, because I really appreciate your messages and your responses. I'm going to see if I could keep up with them. I think I'm going to the protest on Friday. So there was a protest actually today outside. There were multiple protests, but I was in the house. We were debating. I was in the house almost the entire day from 5 a.m. to about 7 p.m. or so. So I couldn't really go out, but I stood in solidarity and I spoke in support, and I got a chance to also talk about essential workers, and we talked about the importance of the importance of negotiating, because if you really think about it, and this is important, so to those of you who are having to deal with misinformation, it's really important to understand the government will tell you in percentage what they're offering over 4 years, and they'll give you a number for the entirety of 4 years. So they won't give you a number for 1 year. They won't give you the actual dollar amount, because what they're offering is between 5 cents to 55 cents increase. Now imagine who's making $39,000 a year, and I've gotten people who have to work 2 jobs just to keep up with their expenses. There is one individual who actually mailed us, who I think called us, and talked about how she works throughout the week as an education worker, and then during the weekend she goes and works at a different place just so she could earn a living. And these people are asking for a living wage. They're asking to just make enough. And this government, while they gave themselves a raise, more than 9-10%, some of the ministers, PAs, they gave themselves different positions. They are going to enjoy this luxury, and they are not willing to give people who make 1/3 or 1/4 of their income, 1/4 or 1/5 maybe for some of them, and that is disgraceful, and that's what we're facing right now. So that's keep the fight on. I thank you very much. We will, and that's. I did not realize who wrote that. Otherwise, I would not have repeated that. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I want to say thank you to you. This government expect anyone to accept such a low wage that are responsible for making the school function. It's awful. That you're absolutely right. They are cheap in paying critical positions in our province. And what Jennifer just pointed out, it's actually one of the fundamental issues, because these people maintain the school, they keep the schools clean, they allow for students to be able to function, to be able to learn, they support the teachers. And this right now, these are not teachers who are bargaining, by the way. These are education workers who fill all the other functions that allow for the functioning of our schools. It is disgraceful, it's disgusting, and that's what we're facing with right now. And we're going to oppose it. We're going to keep fighting. There are so many organizations, so many unions that have come forward in solidarity. I am so incredibly proud of my colleagues who have been fighting. We all showed up at 5 a.m. and you can bet we'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here as long as it's necessary to fight this. And if anyone has any questions, especially after the misinformation that's been spread by the government members or anybody else, please feel free to contact our office. I would be happy to talk to you. We have to support our workers. This kind of draconian legislations are not just about this specific situation right now, but it impacts all workers. It impacts our human rights. It impacts our charter. And this is the type of things that we have to fight whenever they come forward. So thank you very much to all of you who are watching for your support. I also should mention that tomorrow we're having an emergency town hall at 6:30 p.m. And it will be streamed live on our Facebook page here. So tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Facebook, as well as on our YouTube, on our Twitter, and Instagram. No, Instagram you cannot go live, but I will try my best to share everything that's on Instagram as well. Thank you very much. We appreciate the support. You have encouraged me to continue this fight, and we will continue to stand with our workers. the inflation will make. I agree, and this is why we have to keep supporting these workers, because we cannot drive them away from these jobs. They're important, and we cannot drive these people away from our province either. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there. Good night, and see you soon. Bye-bye.